such a puppy. The internet is so slow today. Hello, fellow book nerds. It's me, Jenna. Today I'm wearing my new shirt. I bought it because I thought it was a witty little naughty joke wrapped up in a Harry Potter reference. After all, what does this spell do, and where is it placed? Now that the shirt has been formally introduced, I'm going to be reviewing the Premonition series by Amy A. Bartol. Now, I know we just met, but it shouldn't surprise you that I listened to them all on Audible. It's a 5-book series. Sometimes I think my voice goes up too high. I was scrolling through my Audible and I saw the Second Born series. It's completely me to read 2 books of a series and get all excited and then go off on a bunch of other series and forget about that series. Book nerd problems. Am I right? But then I found out, oh no, it's not coming out until June 4th of 2019 to take care of the craving that far away, so far away release date. I went looking for something she had written previously and had found the Premonition series. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't read that little publisher's summary because it gives too much away. I'll usually read the first sentence. So this passed the first sentence test, and I queued it up. I bought some extra credit. My honeymoon was a road trip / camping trip, so I had a lot of time to read in the car and in my hammock in the forest. This is nice, but it ain't no hammock in a forest. The main character is Evie. She is leaving home for the first time. Big surprise, she doesn't have traditional parents, but she's been raised by her Uncle Jim. She's received a scholarship to a prestigious college she wouldn't have been able to afford otherwise. And the book opens on her transition from home to school. While at school, she meets Russell, a Southern gentleman, and it's immediate that sparks are flying between them. Quickly thereafter, she meets Reed, who hates her. That's right, there's a brooding male character. Everything seems to be going swimmingly. She's making friends. She's fitting in. All of a sudden, her life is turned upside down. To make matters worse, the players who usually support the hero during this transition are as completely clueless as the audience. And it becomes clear that no one really knows what's happening or why. It was clear that Bartol got plot game. If you decide to read this series, I urge you to read all the way through the entire series. I felt like this story was a little too padded out with romance, and even though there's plot happening there, I felt like it could have been better served by using more characters in a variety of different ways. Everyone kind of falls in love with this one chick all the time, over and over and over again. Having read the entire series, I understand the mechanisms of the why. With that same theme, it felt like there was a lot of the same scenes in different chapters. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good side love story. I was Team Peta the whole time. But even with those things aside, it was an enjoyable read. It has one of my favorite features, which is an ensemble cast. And although the characters fall a little flat, sometimes you still care about them, you're still amused by them, you're still charmed by them. There's a mystery unraveling before your eyes that you don't even realize is a mystery. Another favorite thing I love to see books do well is when they have all of these different threads that come together beautifully in an unpredictable way at the end. And even though the ending I felt was a little predictable, it was still satisfying. There were parts of that tapestry that came together that were interesting. The dialogue between the characters is snappy and fun. You feel like you're listening in on these people. The descriptions are gorgeous, which is especially satisfying because the world is so interesting and rich. There is a little bit of I have all the money in the world, and that conveniently supports the plot sometimes. The plot moves quickly, the scenes read smoothly, and there are a lot of interesting tidbits. When I rate a book, it's going to be a score out of 3. These ratings are strictly to entertain my husband. Something I really want to do with this channel is to connect authentically with people. So I wanted him to help me come up with 3 phrases that were ultra Jenna, would crack him up, and would make sense. The lowest of the low is number 1. This rating is a Mark Wahlberg in The Happening saying, "What? No." Number 2 is a middlin', and its sound effect is Ari. And the third, which is the bestest you can get, is so I never do it right in front of the camera. David does it better. I give the Premonition series an A. It's interesting enough, definitely worth reading. Did you read the Premonition series? Do you agree? Disagree? I'd love to hear your perspective. Reach out in the comments down below. Keep reading and take care of yourselves. Mwah!